What is up, pimps and gimps? Welcome back to Jam and Butter. I'm Peanut Butter Boy, also known as Tristan. This is Extremis Savage, also known as Jake.
Hi. What's up? We're
Not
back.
much. I've noticed that your microphone sounds a little different. What's going on there?
Okay, so, for those who listened to episode 1, you might have noticed that the audio was a little reverby. That was kind of done on purpose because first of all, I'm recording in my living room, then there's just no fucking way to soundproof like this, like at all. Maybe when I hang up some of my vinyls and posters and shit, it'll be a little better, but for now I have to make do with what I have, which is just my PC and, my shit. But I had that mic for a ridiculous amount of time. Like it's a Blue Yeti, and I had it for legit
Ew.
yeah, I know. It's good for like the first month. It is a good like okay, I need like a reasonable decent quality mic and it does the
Yeah.
job for like a month, but after that it's just whatever. But anyways, I had that for like 7 or 8 years. And like I've kind of had like backup mics and different mics, but that was kind of the mic I always used. And it made, no matter what setting I had it on, no matter how much my gain was low, it made it sound horrible. So after that episode, I was like, man, I want to keep doing these and I want to make more videos. So yes, it sounds different because drum roll please, I got a new mic. I think we already figured that out. So I got a, what is this called? This is the same mic you have.
This is a Tascam TM80. I'm eating a matcha cracker.
Yeah. Yes, so yeah, that's what I got. I got a Tascam. Oh, it has scam in the name. Uh-oh. No. So yeah, I got this mic. It's the same mic you have, so we're literally recording on the same equipment. Like I got
Yeah.
my Focusrite interface going. You got your interface going. Same mic,
My
same
audio
everything.
array, garbage fucking tin can doesn't work half the time
You were telling
interface.
me about that. What was going on with it? Like it was bugging out bad last night when we were talking.
It just like I don't know what the fuck it is. It's something about like the plugs for it are just wacky. So after like being on it for an hour or two, it starts being like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop working." Oop oop.
Where'd you get it off of?
Off of trustworthy Bezos, Amazon.
Trustworthy. That literally should be his rap name. He should drop like a diss track on
Trustworthy
fucking like
Bezos.
IKEA. Like yeah, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
trustworthy Bezos. I
Be-
can't fucking say that Bezos.
My name is Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. So, anyways, yes, I got a new mic. We got the same mic, so the quality should be pretty good. If it's still a little echoey in here, there's nothing I can do. I mean, if it's that bad after this episode comes out, I'm dead ass gonna throw a blanket over my face and we'll make it do. But I did an audio test. It does sound better. So yeah, we're rolling, baby. I want to do a quick follow up. The main thing I wanted to point out last time was Mr. Nutboy. You made a little fudging error, but honestly, low key,
Here we go.
here we go. Dude, episode 2 gone wrong. We can put that in the title and get clicks. Hopefully,
The
if it hits
drama
the algorithm.
begins.
The
We can start posting exposed videos about each other.
You know what we should do? We should label the name of the episode "The Drama Begins" and just like there's nothing. People are like, oh my god, what's going on? Like anybody's gonna
Yeah.
listen. As long as it hits the algorithm, we might be okay. But anyways, you made a little bit of an editing goof, but honestly, it's my fault because I was supposed to send you some of the reference videos and stuff that we threw up on the
Yeah.
TV right over there. Look at it. Say hi. Hi.
Look, it's a TV.
Yeah, it works. Boop, boop, boop. Last time, the first episode, you threw in the wrong CM Punk video when he
Yep.
returned, which is, like I said, it's also my fault because I was supposed to send you, like, the video, and I didn't, so you just fucking typed in CM Punk, and that was, like, the first thing I'm sure that popped up, but,
Yep.
that was, like, his 4th or 5th appearance, and I think it's really funny, like, the fact that it wasn't the video I was talking about, which I'll throw up on the TV here in just a second. The video you threw up was like his 4th or 5th appearance when it's like kind of the most like people are getting used to it. Like, please welcome CM Punk. Everyone's kind of like, it's still like
Yeah.
a big cheer, but it's not like the cheer. Because I'm sitting there in the podcast, I'm like, dude, holy fuck, I jumped out of bed. Everybody was losing their minds. It's like, yeah, CM Punk. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll throw up the actual video right now so we can put in perspective how big the pop really was.
Oh my gosh, that video is so good. Look at that.
Yeah,
You see
dude.
it?
Wow. They yelled. I didn't lie. It was not clickbait. Them boys yelled. They said,
Dude,
"Holy
I saw that
fuck."
and I fell down the stairs. It was so good.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I just wanted to follow up. That's honestly partially my fault though. So, I guess you know what we should do? I feel like I've apologized kind of twice already and we're talking about drama. Just be like
Is it my
apology
turn
at
to
the beginning.
apologize?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything you want to get off your chest, Buster Brown? You sorry for living cuz you should be.
I'm sorry I quit doing the old Peanut Butter Boy videos. More on that later.
I was gonna say that kind of ties into something I wanted to talk about. But anyways, yeah. So just quick two little follow ups, but nonetheless, we're back. We didn't know if we were gonna do it again, but we're back. We made it.
I had a gut feeling.
Yeah. I did too, but also like I love you and I love like us, bro. But like we are very inconsistent.
Yeah, I
Like
love you, but you don't do shit, bro.
yeah, lazy fuck gone wrong 3 a.m. No, okay, we're done with the fuck. We're done with that, but that's not funny. That's stupid. So what are we gonna be talking about today?
Why are you talking about your mom?
Yo, mama.
um, we were just talking about. I in mind. I have content. You know, I'm always thinking about content.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think about things related to that. Like, I was making the Peanut Butter Boy videos for a while, and then I made this little album, and man, I liked making it, but I was so disappointed because every fucking song sounded exactly the same. Like, but while I was making each one, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool," and then I listened to it at the end when I was finished. I was like, "Ah, this is okay." So I don't know. For me, like when I'm making music and shit, it's just like I have to do it when the time is right. I can't force it.
You gotta
Like with the
feel
Peanut
it.
Butter Boy videos, I was able to just like, oh, I can just pump out new ideas because fucking YouTube videos. But
Yeah.
with music, it's a lot more like, oh, I got to sit down and really think about it. But I've noticed anytime I sit down and think about it is when I don't make any good pieces of music. Like it's always like, oh, I improvised this song. Great. This song's perfect.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What's that like for you? Because for me, it's a lot of like, I can't plan it at all or else I'm not going to make it.
Yeah. I think part of us reconnecting and like doing a bunch of the things we're doing, because I don't know when this episode specifically is gonna come out, but we have quite a few things in the vault. And
Yeah.
I think like the main reason why that is because first of all, we went through burnout, like creative burnout for so fucking long, which we can talk about in a minute. But the main reason why we have all this shit like the podcast is literally just oh dude, we should do this thing. Yeah. And like back in the
Yep.
day that we would have talked about it and never done it. Now it's like, dude, let's do the podcast. Like let's just film a fucking podcast. Let's write a couple little bullet points, mention some things, just fucking be ourselves and not have it be like, hello,
Yeah.
welcome to this. And like even with YouTube videos and like if you know like all the other shit we're working on and like our show and stuff, we're just doing it, which I think is the one thing that can get rid of creative burnout, because me and you are very passionate, and like that's kind of to our detriment, because with that comes planning out too much. Like, okay, I want to do this and this, and I want to release it this. Dude, I mean, like, this is kind of a little preview, but like last night, we're sitting there talking, and I'm eating a bowl of Crave, and I was like, we're talking about cereals and all this shit. I said, dude, why don't we just make a cereal tier list? Like, doing things in the moment and just doing them, and then like sitting on them for like a couple days, and then like editing them, or like with music, like sitting on it, mixing it a couple days later, coming back to shit while being consistent.
Yeah.
Consistent is the only way to be consistent and have it be good. And that's
Well
just
put.
personally my experience. With regards to music, as you infamously know, I don't really make music anymore. Um, I I kind of like fell out of love for it. And that was partially my fault due to how much I entice myself in the world of like underground hip hop, or just hip hop in general. I don't know if that's like how it is for you, because you have more of like a broader range when it comes to music. Me, for a
Yeah.
while, I only wanted to just be a rapper. So with regards to music, like I just really like it, there's one thing like between creative burnout and just burnout. I got burnt the fuck out on music. Like it literally got to the point where Like I was writing songs, I'm like, I fucking hate this. This is awful.
Yeah.
But
That shit
yeah,
sucks, man. I hate when you're trying to come up with like a little music project. Be like, oh, I want to make like I my problem is I always get ahead of myself. Like
yeah,
I don't just let it come naturally. I'm like, oh, I want to make a little project with this many songs, and this is what they're gonna be about, and this, and like I get way too ahead of myself.
yeah, me too.
Like anytime I'm just like, ah, fuck it, I'll make this one song, and then I'll save all the mixers for it, and then I'll reuse them. Like that's when shit turns out perfect.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of it is you just gotta make it in the moment. Which is like I was
Yeah.
saying about our content we're doing now, which is why I'm like way more passionate about what the fuck we're doing now with like the podcast, and like we've made like gaming videos and we've done like
Yeah.
just little shit post videos. Like it's because making it in the moment, like like it's easy to plan out YouTube videos, but I feel like music is all about planning. Like that's like half of music. Like yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you can do like a YouTube video like, "Oh, finish this video, let me drop it." But then it's like when you drop one song, then it immediately like you're thinking of an album, or you're thinking of
Yep.
like an EP, or you're thinking of this and thinking of that. A video, you can just throw up one fucking video and then like, "Oh, that's cool. There you go." Like it's a lot easier to just throw up something and just hope um you'll get past it, rather than like music. Like, oh dude, I like, and me and you are literally insane to where I want to make 47 albums and they're all gonna have this theme and connect and this and that. And it, like music, it's so hard, but it kind of falls in the same category that you gotta just feel it and do it. But getting to that place where you feel it is so much harder than music, at least for me. I don't want to speak for you, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know how you feel about it, but it's really hard to get to a place where it's like you wake up, you're like, I want to make a song. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
it's very much like a headspace thing. Like
Yeah.
every time I've made a song that I really like, it's always been like, and this is not to be like stereotype, but just like every time I've made a song I really like, I'm either fucking miserable or ecstatic, you know?
Yeah.
Like
It
there's no
sucks.
in between. I can't do it when I feel neutral because I'm just like, I'll make a beat and then I'll play my bass and then I might come up with some vocals and it never turns out good.
Yeah,
It
I don't mean to
sucks, man.
laugh at that as like I'm laughing at
No,
you, but like,
no, it's
I'm
real.
laughing
Like
because
it's
literally
just it sucks.
I agree, because talking from my personal experience, I, like I said, I enticed myself in hip hop, underground hip hop. Like that's, I thought there's nothing else I want to do. I can do YouTube on the side. That's kind of when I started branching out, and I did a couple of like my life story videos and shit, and then I made some of the concert videos and shit. And I think from then I knew, I was like, dude, this is so much easier. Like even editing
Yeah.
videos is hard, but this is so much, like I have more creativity, and music has lost a lot of its creativity because, and like I don't want to sound like a boomer when I say this, but everything is so oversaturated and dumbed down and the
Yep.
fucking same. It
It's
is
all the same. Yeah.
frustrating. Like it, like literally, like I sound like an old person when I say this, and I'm sure if I dove deeper, like it wouldn't feel like this, but
Excuse me.
fucking I like I feel like if I go on SoundCloud and like I just shuffle, and like SoundCloud's pretty dead, but like even like if I want to go on there, that's still like where a lot of people start out still and get famous. But I feel like if I went on there and just shuffled and let shit play, it would not feel like, it would just feel like okay, like you're trying to sound like NBA YoungBoy, skip another
Yeah.
song. You're trying to sound like old Lil Baby, skip another song. You're trying to sound like Lil Peep. Like there's
Oh my god, Lil
no,
Skies again? Wow.
yeah, I was gonna say, dude, like, and I don't even mind some old Lil Skies, but that formula is the
So
easiest cheap like way to get out there.
uh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Oh, there
It's
you
a
are.
super tired fucking style.
I was gonna say we're good.
Oh,
No,
hello?
no, you're good. You're good. We're kind of having
Okay.
technical difficulties, but you're good now.
I This interface fucking sucks, dude. I just gotta circle back to that. This I need to order a new interface because this one, if I breathe on it wrong, it just is like, oh, stop working. Oh, da, da, da. So
Yeah,
fucking
I think part
agitating.
of it was also your internet connection, because you're kind of like, yeah, I same formula, little
Yeah.
skies. I was like, okay, yeah, thank you for fucking
Fucking lame.
coming in like that. But yeah, to summarize like my thoughts on it, like as much as I still write music, I don't know about you. Like I know you said you like had made a song, but
Yeah.
to sit down and still write music, I still have that, but dude, it is really hard. It's also hard to find inspiration. I feel like that is a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
key because me and you, and I'm not like sucking our dicks here. We actually have shit we want to talk about and like a message we want to convey, which is like looked
Yeah.
at as corny nowadays, which I think is stupid. But
Yeah, seriously.
like we have shit we want to say, and like it's hard to find the right words sometimes. Like personally, I wanted to make a song dedicated to my late grandfather, and a part of me has like never really mentioned him because I don't want to do it injustice. And that's how deep I got into rap. Like there were things I steered away from or things that I only talked about because I wanted to do it a
Yeah,
justice
yeah.
and have it be like this is something I care about and like that I know what I'm talking about. And then it got to a point where I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Like I felt like it was just gibberish coming out. I don't know if
Well,
that's
the
how it was
problem
for
too is
you.
like, yeah, dude, absolutely. That's why I quit doing rap. Like, I did rap for a little bit, and I'm so not a rapper. Like, I am not at all. I am
You're pretty
a,
solid
a,
though. Like
a
I liked your
white
stuff.
little like scrawny dude with a beer belly. Like, I'm so not a rapper. I do not have that energy. Like, it's just not me. And I started to realize like, man, I want to talk about stuff that matters to me, but I can't because of the medium that I'm using because it's so oversaturated with people just talking about bitches and hoes and drugs and it's like so fucking annoying. Like you can't do it unless you're talking about the same shit as them. It's so stupid and clicky. Like I
Yeah,
realized like the very thing that I hated most about growing up, I'm trying to get back into as an adult. Like that's so stupid. I fucking
exactly.
hated being like trying to fit into cliques and groups and stuff, and that's all it is, man. It's like whose dick can you suck in the right way? That's all like most industries are, man. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
So I kind of like came back to like, well, fuck them. I guess I'll just do it myself. Like I guess I'll just make my own shit,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
be
And
my own genre.
yeah, and I want to like say this really quickly, and I know I'm going to sound like such a fucking like pretentious douchebag, but because like I used to like hate people that would say this, but as I've gotten older, I feel like it's kind of true. Dude, the phrase like they got too famous is such the fucking case with music nowadays. Like they got too big. And I used to think, "Oh, dude, like they're fucking like you wanted them to be popular. They got popular. Like what are you
Yeah,
saying?" And now like I look at some of my favorite artists and I think this is a subject kind of like we could honestly make a whole fucking podcast just about like just out like just selling out.
yeah,
But there are several artists I look at now, and I'm like I wanted them so badly to get big and get recognized for the talent they had, the talent they were. Like it meant something to me, and then they did, and they just started making. And honestly, it doesn't even just apply to music. I'm just speaking with music. You could talk about like anything else here, like
yeah.
actors and or this and that. But
Like
some of
shows.
yeah, exactly. Like honestly, yeah, that honestly applies to a whole lot. Like there's shows that like once they get really big, they're just fucking shitty.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just like dead inside,
yeah.
soulless.
This is another rant on its own, but that's why I like Breaking Bad so much. As it got bigger, it got better, which is fucking insane. Like,
That's rare. That's a
yeah,
never happens kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, like it's so hard to find like an artist or a show or something. Like they get better as they get bigger, but that's not the
Mhm.
case. And a lot of like my favorite artists, my inspirations, just absolutely are just kind of sellouts now. And I don't even mean that like, oh yeah, fuck you, Abe, but like the lyrics drastic
They're just doing
change,
status quo shit.
production worse somehow. That's what I never understood. How do you get bigger and your music sounds worse? Like in the sense of production. I don't get that.
Yeah.
You should be working in bigger and better studios with better equipment and it sounds bad. I don't get that like at all. That like the artist I okay, I'll throw it out there. And I can elaborate on this later, but like I still love Suicide Boys and I still like have respect for them and I'm not insulting them as people, but as it like sometimes perception is reality and I feel like I look at them and I'm like, the things you used to rap about were meaningful and like there was a message and there was meaning, and now I just feel like it's all just like you're trying to sound like you're trying to appeal to everybody, and it's not just
Yeah.
them, it's like almost every fucking rapper I liked, and
Just
it
really
just
quick, the only thing about their personal characters that I cannot get behind is the spitting in people's mouths. I can't fucking
that is,
that's so
bro,
awful.
concert
That's
etiquette's gross.
grotesque.
Concert etiquette, like if you can even call it that, is weird. Like
Disgusting.
I like I went to Grey Day last year, and me and Anthony, very infamous friend of mine that I've mentioned on my channel, we're kind of sitting in the back listening and having a decent time. It was way too fucking hot. It was October and it was like 110 out. But
Damn.
yeah, awful. This girl comes up from behind us and said, "Hey, get on your knees." And we turn around, like, "What?" She's like, "Get on your knees for me." It was the same tone as if she had a fucking knife, like, "Get on your knees for me." And
Oh my
Anthony
god.
kind of looks at me and smiles and looks and's like, "What?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Get on your knees for me. Let's all get on our knees together." And I'm like, "I have a girlfriend," and I kind of throw up my hands, like I'm ready to like fucking like I'm at this point I'm tired. I'm like I'm too
I'm
tired
not
for this
dealing with
shit.
crazy right now.
Fuck this. I'm overheated. I'm fat and I'm sweaty. I'm like, dude, fuck this. What the fuck? And we there was just interactions like that all fucking night. But where this ended was Anthony's like, bro, I like what are you talking about? She goes, oh, you guys are lame, and then just walked away like into the mosh pit, never to be
That
seen
is
again.
so fucking
I am
bizarre.
not making that up. If you fucking
That
get
is weird.
Anthony on here, he will fucking attest to that. Maybe he can remember some of the things that were said better because you have to think there's a concert
Get
going
on
on.
your
So,
knees.
but it was borderline like you're gonna do what I say, and I was getting to the point where I was like I don't condone violence. Like I'm pretty chill for the most part, and I've really mellowed out. But I was like, dude, you fucking get any closer to me, like I'm gonna fucking lose my shit on you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, dude, I don't have fucking high estrogen. I'll fucking break you, bitch.
yeah,
Get away
especially
from me.
especially when you're literally like borderline, like you're gonna do what I say, like that vibe. Like, what the fuck are you on about? But
Yeah, seriously.
anyways, to we've got horribly off track there, but yeah, music, it's very to me to summarize, it's very oversaturated, and a lot of fans kind of made me not want to be involved in like fan bases.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mixed bag, man. It's all just about like how I'm feeling, to be honest. Like I won't harp on it anymore. It's just like it just depends. The thing that's been making me feel less creatively burned out, I've been learning how to program. It's so boring. I tried explaining some of the shit to Angie and just like, "Oh, today I learned some syntax for Python." And she's like, "I don't know and I don't want to know.
Yeah,
Just tell me you're having fun and that's good enough."
I will go on obnoxiously long rants to my girlfriend about shit that nobody cares about, like in regards to like wrestling or like movies or shit like that. And she'll entertain it for a little bit because she loves me and she knows that like sometimes I just need to fucking get some fucking info out there. And but
Yeah.
she'll look at me. She's like, how do you know all this shit?
She's more just like cuz we're wired very differently. She's
Yeah,
very in tune with nature. She's into like herbalism and all this shit that I just don't fucking understand. Nor will I ever try to. I'll if she's like, "Hey, go in the garden and get me basil." I'll be like, "Cool." But anything further than that, like these things in relationship to each other grow well because blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't fucking okay. Um,
yeah,
and I know it's the same thing when I talk about like animation or something fucking mind-numbingly boring like that because it is super boring unless you know shit about it. So I feel bad because I'll be like, "Oh man, I was working on this animation and I'm so proud of the keyframes and usually the in-betweens aren't that good, but they were so good this time and I was having fun because blah 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 and the color palette this and that." And she's just like, "I That's so cool. It would be even cooler if I knew what the fuck you were talking about." But okay. So it's less of like a how do you know all that? And it's just like an acknowledgement of like, "Oh, you know things that I don't and I can't understand the things that you understand."
yeah.
So
I feel you.
I don't know, bro. I like it though, because I like being able to just sit there and because I'm not super chatty. The chattiest I get is in a video. Um, I'd love to just, like, chew her ear off about shit she'll never understand. Man, I don't know. Video games.
You did not talk about your video game. You just said, "I'm learning programming. Let me."
I'm not gonna talk about my game. I
Oh, you're
because
not.
I'm not at a point where I know enough about programming to make it a reality yet. So it's just like a pie in the sky kind of thing. I can't explain to you what everything fucking means because I'm not there. But practice, practice. That's another thing. Circling back to creative burnout. If you're ever like, ah man, I feel stuck, just practice some shit and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I like to learn a new thing when I'm working on a video. I was telling you the other day. Um, I heard this. I believe it's from Chris Van Vliet, who's somebody I listen to, like one of the only podcasts I actually like.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, dude, if you're not learning like one new thing when you're making something, like you're not gonna like maybe get anywhere. Like you're not gonna learn. The more you learn, the better it's gonna get.
Yeah,
And I just
seriously.
feel like that's the case with everything. And especially like just like videos and going back to music and shit like that. Like I'm sure if I do return to music, I'm gonna fucking try some weird shit. But like do you understand how much actually goes into a game now? And like do you have like a newfound respect because people don't realize how much shit goes into a game. Like programming. Like that shit is hard.
The programming side of it, yeah, I'm like, I used to be like, oh, I'll just hire some guy to do that. But like now that I see how much work it actually is, I'm like, oh my God, I would not want to hire a guy to do this. That's miserable.
Damn. Oh shit.
So it's just like everything else, like, sprites, music, story, all the regular shit you need to make anything that's a story, like that stuff is still the same. It's just the programming side of it. I'm like, fuck, dude. But who cares? One day AI is going to take over and, we'll be able to just tell a program like, hey, I want to make a game that looks like this, and does that, like a fucking BMO. I'd be scared it'd kill me in my sleep, though.
Nah, dude. If you have the OG BMO, I would trust it with my life. If it's like
Imagine
OG
having a
BMO,
BMO and accidentally breaking him. What would you, like, you fucking download some malware and it fries him. What would you do?
I mean, jail. That's murder. Like, what do you mean?
That's
Yo, so
something we should talk about later in the next podcast is
yeah,
AI, does AI count as life? If AI is in a body, a fake body, does it count as being alive? We'll talk about that later. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I have to piss like a fucking racehorse. So, I wanted
Okay.
to end on video games. Give me your. It doesn't have to be like okay, number five, number four, number three. Give me your roundabout top five favorite video games of all time.
Top 5? Fuck, dude. Kirby's Dream Course, the golfing one, uh, freaking Borderlands 2, Super
Banger,
Meat Boy,
banger.
uh, oh shit. I think that's the only games I like. I A long time ago, I used to hate it, but recently I played it and I actually kinda like it. Undertale, it's pretty good. Uh, the fan base makes me wanna put a bullet in my brain, but the game itself is fucking rad. Uh, Last but not least, probably it's so generic, Mario 64. I just love Mario
That's a
64.
solid. So wait, so what are your five like in total?
Kirby Golf, Borderlands 2, Super Meat Boy. I don't know, put a list on screen, I forgot.
I'm gonna end on my general five. Sly
Do it.
Cooper, Honor Among Thieves. No, the second one's not the best. It's the third one. Crash Bandicoot or Crash Twin Sanity.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
say I'd say the OG Battle for Bikini Bottom. Maybe we can tell that story one day. When the
Dude.
remastered came out, I was shitting bricks.
Uh,
Number four. God. I'll throw it in there just because like I feel like if you play it so much, like it's got to be in there. So I'll throw like Rocket League in there. I've played that game a
yeah.
lot, and some of my favorite memories are on that game with my friends. And then the fifth one because I like wrestling, I got to throw my favorite wrestling game in there. It used to be SmackDown versus Raw 2011. However, replaying WWE 2K14 like in the last year, I'm gonna throw that one in there. So if you made it all the way to the end, throw up your favorite car emoji because isn't there's like four or five
What
of
the
them.
fuck?
That's how you know. That's how you know we made it all the way through to the end. So if you made it
Oh.
all the way to the end, throw up your favorite car emoji. I love sloppy Joe.